evening, everybody. There's many things, a lot, so much, like a whole plethora, incredible amounts of large, many, huge, so much, so many. You know what I mean, bro? So many. Several. Yes, it's been. Good evening, Rex. Good evening, Tarashi. Good evening, Supportlin. Good evening, Immortal in Flames. Good evening, Aozora. Good evening, Asukatsushi. Good evening, ZN Employee. Good evening, Big Iron. Good evening, Nasamaya. Good evening, Aozora. Good evening, Pipsqueak. Good evening, Asukatsushi. Good evening, Hitsip. Good evening, Nosville. Good evening, Good evening, Asu. Good evening, Argo. Good evening, Floofy. Welcome, and good evening, Spash. It's been a while. You're not yet ready to return greetings. That's all good. That's all good. You keep your greetings in your pocket right there. That's them, officer. Everyone's here. Yeah, everyone's here. Even though today the stream was not scheduled. So I do want to say it's been a hot minute. You know, it's been a hot minute. There's so many things that I wanted to do this week. There's so many things that I wanted to stream this week. And then at the start of this week, I got hit with a really, really bad cold. I got taken out by a cold. I don't know how many of you guys follow me on Twitter and how many of you guys are in the Discord, but I've sort of just been caged. I've sort of been caged in. Skrikey, good evening. Welcome. And then yesterday I was feeling just well enough to stream, but my dad had surgery, so I had to go visit him, and that ate up my entire night. Hopefully you guys have been doing well. Hopefully you guys have been doing well, because I do this awful terrible thing when I am. Hope my dad is okay. No. My dad is okay. My dad is okay. He just had to do surgery for to expand his nose. He had to do surgery to expand his nose, and he's been waiting on this one for like quite a few years. Like 2 years. It's one of those ones, you know, for allergies. Is his nose bigger now? Well, I mean the inside probably, like the skull cavities, right? My dad's augmented. No. My dad's just like a little bit less of. My dad's a little bit less. Can he smell how bad I smell? I don't smell bad. That's very mean, bro. Why would you say that I smell bad? Yeah, his nose looks the same, except he's got like a gauze on his nose. He's got like a big thing on his nose right now. So he kind of still talking like this. They didn't put anything in his nose. The whole point is so that he takes things out of his nose. You know, the whole point is that there's less in his nose so he can smell. It'll be funny he came back from hospital with a big nose. I mean they pumped him full of drugs. They pumped him full of painkillers. Secretly made him more machine than man. Well, I have no idea what they did to him, because my dad came back the exact same. Does he remember that he ate lemon cheesecake? Yeah, he does. But he didn't ask for it. No, he didn't. That I feel like that's some sort of like hospital conspiracy that you're talking about there. Anyhow though, I hope everybody has been well while I was gone. I hope you guys haven't forgotten about me, bro. While I was sick, and while I was doing everything that I needed to do, you know, I was thinking a lot about streaming and a lot about hanging out with you guys. You're here. That's true. A little emotional manipulation never hurt someone. You'd like to make the who are you joke, but you see the B. Good. In that case, then good. Cause while I was sick, right, I was actually working on a few things. I was working on animating my new alerts. Now I don't know, it's not ready yet, but you guys wanna see? You guys wanna see the progress that I've made? I can't show you. I can only show you one of them because the other ones are still trapped in After Effects, and that's gonna crash my computer. If I show them to you, yeah. Let me dig it up. Let me show you. You see that there hasn't been much of an incentive to subscribe. So I thought, what if it looked a little bit flashier when you subscribe? When you hit the subscribe. So, but the emotes, true. You know, they're releasing more emote slots. This is the propaganda. No, there it is. Thank you for the subscribe. Tear you. Hold on. I need to show you the thing. You feel me trying to tell you something, but you can't tell what? Wait, what? What? You can't hear me? You can't, when I do this, am I not? Oh, I'm getting one guy, aren't I? I'm getting hit with the one guy. They're releasing more emotes. Yeah, I heard that they're releasing more emote slots, aren't they? So, which means that I have a bunch of things that I need to fill them with. I need to fill them up with a bunch of things. Where is it? There it is. Looky. It's not ready yet, so it's not gonna show up if you subscribe. But like the art is by Ghosty, and it yeah, let's hit the loop. Yeah. Just a few animations that I'm putting in. Yeah. Maybe we'll put it like here, or here. Maybe here. Just overlap you guys. Yeah. And there's also like a bunch more like for raids and also for gift subs. The gift subs one is looking really nice right now. And I can't wait to show you guys. And I think it's really cute. And I personally think that I did a good job. But Ghosty is such a good artist, right? I wanted to have these ready for anniversary, well, you know, for 3.0 and everything. But things ran a little bit over time. Maybe when someone subscribes, it bounces like a screensaver, like this. Never the corners. No, never the corners. Only the corners once per stream. Yeah, they didn't make it in the crunch time. But hopefully I'll get these working really soon because there's some cool things that I want to do with stream elements as well. Wonderful Al, welcome. Am I having fun? Not quite yet. My vocal cords aren't exactly warmed up yet at the moment because, well, I haven't spoken to anyone yet today. I haven't spoken to anyone yet today, except for my own family, but those are mostly sounds of yep, okay, and I just, you know, so if I sound a little bit quiet right now, if I don't sound normal right now, it's literally because I haven't spoken. Am I sure? No. Genuinely, I'm sure. Like, I asked a friend to sit and call with me, yes, but for the most part, I was just muted. It's one of those like working servers, you know, where everyone's either drawing or doing something else. So I just kind of sit there and watching YouTube videos on the side. You guys do that, right? That might be the coolest new sub animation you've seen. Really? Ah, I'm so happy. I'm really happy about that. I'm incredibly happy about that. Let's fucking go. Oh, you are gonna love the gift sub one because the gift sub one is my favorite one. Yeah, yeah, you know that feeling. So, I am not going to. Also, is Nasu the preferred name here? Neg or Nasu is perfectly fine. I think most people call me Neg, but Nasu, Nasu, I prefer Nasu, right? Just like a tiny bit more preferred. Yeah, you do that. You work on call muted watching YouTube, and then when someone tries to talk to you, you're like, what? Let me mute my YouTube video, but then you spend like 5 minutes looking for the tab, and by that time they're like, oh, I forgot, and you're like, oh, okay. Oh my god, I feel like I've lost my Zatsudan power. I feel like there's like absolutely nothing for me to talk about today. Nice orb, bro. Theox, good evening. Welcome. Nice orb back at you, bro. Nice orb back at you. Never forgetting when I told you Nasu was my first name. Your mind is blown. Yeah, Neg is the, you know, Neg was the stage name from the Rockstar days. You know that, right? Neg. But considering how you guys just call me Nasu, you guys call me Neg, it feels a little bit weird to get rid of that, even though I'm technically retired now, so I guess we keep that, you know, like we keep that. We keep those. Minato! Welcome! Good evening, bro! Thank you for the resub. Thank you. Man, it's weird, huh? I just hit you guys with a random gorilla stream out of nowhere after disappearing for a week. Speaking of which, though, how was everybody's week this week? I'll tell you how my week went. My week went a little bit something like this. On Monday, I caught a cold. Yeah, this is gorilla. This is gorilla. This was not on any schedule whatsoever. Nobody knew that I was gonna stream today. And also, generally, like Friday is not a day that I stream on, and I felt well enough to stream, and I felt a little bit too embarrassed by everything to really put out another schedule. No, I forgot to renew my schedule. I forgot to renew my schedule. But usually, right, Friday is not a day that I stream, and so honestly, I expected like none of you to be here. I expected like none of you to be here. Which is foolish, right? Foolish. I don't know, it's kind of like, it's hidden, you know, it's kind of like a, oh, next, oh, what, you know, because I thought that you guys would all have like Friday night plans, you know, you guys have Friday night plans. It's like Australia Day as well. It's Australia Day. It's Friday. Like, for those of you who aren't in Australia, it's Friday morning. I bet you guys have Friday morning plans. You know, going to brunch with your boss or something. You know, your boss calling you up like, "Hey, chap, you've been doing a great job lately. You've been doing a great job at your work lately. I think boss man's here gonna shout you some brunch, yeah?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, boss man, yeah." And then you and boss man go to brunch together and you talk about the footy, yeah, talk about the footy. "Hey chap, you watched the big game last night?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, boss man, I watched the big game." Who are you actually? Who are you? Why are you here? Who the hell are you? I'm sorry, none of you would ever speak like that. Unless you do, then I assumed wrong. I've always done you the kindness of calling your name from YouTube days. As soon as you heard of Nasu, you wanted to return the kindness. Aww. In Australia, the days come in reverse. Sunday, Saturday, Friday, until Monday. I guess, no. You know, if there was a country that was living its weekdays in reverse, you wouldn't know because there's 7 days of the week, right? Yeah, there's 7 days of the week, which means that if there's a day in the middle that counts as the middle day, everything eventually flips around. You know, it's like a palindrome, right? It's like, you guys have that thing on an alarm. Hi, everyone. Meadow at last. Good evening. Welcome, welcome. You joined something very silly. You did? You did? I'm being silly? Me? Me silly? The first 7 days of the week are always the hardest. I agree. I agree. No. I'm not being silly. I'm just being very candid today. I'm being very, very relaxed. Very, very candid. There are no plans. No plans for the stream today. We have absolutely no plans whatsoever. We're just gonna sit here and we're gonna watch grass dry, okay? I mean, paint grow. Fuck, god damn it. Grass grow and paint dry. We're gonna watch grass grow and paint dry. Yes. Yes, that is what we are going to do. Like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday format or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday format. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. No. Like if your days go backwards, like Wednesday is always going to be the midpoint day, right? If your week goes backwards, and so like at least, you know, if you do live in a land where the week goes backwards, you can always say Happy Wednesday, folks. Also, watch water boil. Silly. Don't you know, Marty? A washed pot never boils. Watching paint grow, that would be a sight to behold. Actually, I do want to try paint mixing. Like, have you watched those paint mixing videos? Paint mixing is mesmerizing. A wash pot never dries. You got that one right. Wait. What about those about laundry? A wash laundry never dries, because I'm not sure. There are many times where I have spilled something on myself, and I had to take my shirt off immediately and scrub it off. And then I'm thinking, oh man, I wanted to wear this shirt 2 days in a row. This is my good shirt. I wanted to wear this shirt tomorrow. And you're just sort of like sitting there, like sitting in like a garbage shirt, waiting for your shirt to dry. And it's just sitting there, and you're like, come on, dry faster. You wake up in the morning, and you're like, you touch it, it's a bit moist, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to put this shirt on anyway, and it is going to dry with my body heat. But then, like, you just go through the day, and you're just kind of a bit damp, like always, and it's uncomfortable. And you look in the mirror, and you're like, oh, well, that's wrinkled. That does not look good. Why was I so insistent on wearing this particular shirt? Why this particular shirt? Why did I do that? Can I show you guys something? Can I show you guys something real quick? So this method has actually cost me one of my favorite shirts. Wait, give me a second. I'll turn the webcam on for just 1 second. I gotta go grab something from my closet. I'll show you what it did to one of my shirts. Okay, I'm back. Now I just gotta position the camera in a way that won't dox me. So 1 second. Where is my video capture? There it is. Okay, that is not it. That is it, but it is being used by something. What is it being used by? Huh? Chotto me 1 second. What is it being used by? Camera. I cannot find it. Where could it be? Ah, found it. I just need to grab it real quick. My OBS is very not organized. If you guys see what my OBS look like, you're going to be very, very disappointed. Alright, let's go. Found it. Oh. I do not like that. I do not like that. Okay, so I wanna show you. Okay, so you know how I have this yellow shirt, right? Ooh, the camera's being moved. You know how I have this yellow shirt, right? So the method of just wearing the shirt and letting it dry has. Do you see what that is on the collar? I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys can see very clearly, but that is mold. that is mold. And I tried washing it off, but it just won't wash off. That's mold. This is one of my favorite shirts. This is one of my favorite shirts. One of my favorite yellow shirts. And I have to buy a new yellow shirt now. I haven't gotten around to getting a new yellow shirt. Why do I have moldy shirts? Get my shit. No. I don't have moldy shirts because I want to have moldy shirts. Somebody is breaking into my room. Oh, you don't want one?
Oh,
yeah, I do.
oh, here you go. If you need more, you have to steal it from the person next door.
Oh, okay. Wait, do I just get this whole plate?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
There's only 4 pieces, but they're very large.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Wait, what happens if you eat? I want to see.
What happens if I eat?
Yeah.
I just eat.
ASMR. Okay, goodbye.
Okay. I got delivered watermelon from my sister. My sister brought me some watermelon. Throw the shirt out. I don't want to throw the shirt out though. I don't want to throw the shirt out though. Watermelon. Because it's one of my favorite shirts, and I'm just thinking maybe I can still salvage it. You know, I think it's mold. I think it's mold. It's okay. Listen. It's green, and yeah, it mold washes off. It's not washing off. It's not washing off. Wait, maybe it's ink. Maybe it's green ink. But what are the likely chances of it being green ink? And why would it even be mold anyway? Oh, I know why this is moldy. Oh, I just remembered why this is moldy. Oh. Am I using the good products? I used dish soap and I scrubbed it with my hands. Hello, why are you back?
You want more?
No.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Goodbye. No. Morakune, welcome, bro. Good evening. This might be your last sub. Subscribe. This is the last time that you subscribe because of recent events happening in Korea and Twitch. Oh man. Oh. That is very sad. That is very sad. I heard about what's happening. In Korea and Twitch. Like Korea no longer wants Twitch in their country. Oh, that's okay, bro. It's okay if you're not subbed though. As long as you don't forget about me, as long as you keep coming to hang out with me, you'll be fine. What is a little bit of emotional manipulation? A little bit of emotional manipulation never hurt anybody. It definitely hurt a lot of people. Okay, you guys want to hear my spicy take on emotional manipulation? You guys want to hear a really, really, really spicy take? I think emotional manipulation is not bad. I do not think that emotional manipulation is always bad in every single situation. That's it? Wait. Elaborate. Okay. So what do you think of when you think of emotional manipulation? Like what's the first thing that you think of? Can I repeat that? Oh, I said emotional manipulation is not necessarily bad, and it is just simply you cannot avoid it. You cannot avoid it. Because if you like take things to its logical conclusion, being polite is also emotional manipulation. Is that not right? Yeah, you're thinking about it and you think you might get what I mean, right? Okay, so making your partner not leave you by crying, that is the bad kind of emotional manipulation. You think of your abusive form. Oh man, yeah. So okay, reframing it. I do not think that emotional abuse and emotional manipulation are one in the same. I think it's unavoidable sometimes. Manipulation is bad. Conditioning is probably the word. Yeah, conditioning probably. Probably, yeah. I'm probably thinking of the word conditioning. It's the connotations of the word manipulation. Because I had a really long hard thought about this, right? Like I think you know Neg Nasu. Neg Nasu thinks about ethics all the time. Ethics and social situations. You know, that's for some reason that's one of my favorite things to talk about. I don't know why. It's just ethics in general is just so fascinating to me. But anyway. Okay, when I think of emotional manipulation, I think of it as something sort of you are saying something to elicit an emotional response, right? Right? When you emotionally manipulate someone, you are acting in a certain way to get them to feel something. Maybe to feel guilty, maybe to feel sad. Like, say for, social math. Like, say for example, on the inside, I am seething, right? On the inside, like, let's say for example, I have a fight with my sister. And on the inside, I am seething. I want to punch a wall. I want to pour salt water on her computer, right? Or something like that. But on the outside, I'm like, you know what? I'm mad, but also at the same time, I'm gonna make her feel bad by making her feel guilty. So I'm gonna say, hey bro, that was kind of mean. I mean that's kind of a bad example, but you get what I mean, right? Like emotional conditioning. It is a little bit dishonest, yes, because I'm not 100% expressing my rage and my anger. But at the same time, by holding back and like using something a little bit more subdued, which might be a little bit tangential to how I might actually be feeling to get the same result anyway, it makes sense. Right? It's simply social navigation. And so when you think of the way that you talk to people, like placating someone can also be seen as emotional manipulation in a certain way, you know? Like when someone's really, really upset. When someone's really, really upset and they're like, oh, I'm terrible at this, I'm terrible at that, I'm terrible at this. What if they're actually terrible at the thing? What if they're actually terrible at the thing? Like, is it ethical then to tell them a lie? But no, you'll say, oh no, you'll phrase things in a nicer way that isn't exactly lying to them, but you're sort of like manipulating their emotions in a way to get them to feel better, right? Right. I don't know. It's like, I guess it's common sense. I guess it's common sense. Maybe I'm thinking of emotional conditioning. Even holding back is seen as the same thing in a different way. Right. You sober, you might be better at other things. No, you have to be more delicate than that. You gotta be more delicate than that. You gotta say it in a way like, perhaps you could phrase it like, well, you know, you've made a lot of improvements. You used to be like this, and now you're like this. And that's great. Pained smile. Or something like that. You could do a better job than me. You could do a better job than me. Expressing emotions can be tactical because if you express them fully, that can be taken advantage of. Bingo! 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 Ding! 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 World is a scary place. You guys know that? World is a scary place. Ooh, Plato. Ooh, Robert Brown linking us the ethics of a manipulation, a Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Oh, this is interesting. Consider this case. Tonya plans to do Y, but Irving wants Kim. Tonya and Irving. They are almost common names. They are almost Tanya and Irwin. Tonya wants to do Y, but Irving wants her to do X. Instead, Irving has tried unsuccessfully to provide Tonya with reasons for doing X rather than Y. If Irving is unwilling to resort to coercion or force, he might deploy any of the following tactics to try to influence Tonya's choice. For example, Irving might charm Tonya, exaggerate advances, yada yada yada. Each of these tactics could be reasonably considered manipulation. Oh, there's a bunch. Do a small favor before asking her to do X so that she feels obligated to comply. Yeah, make Tonya doubt her judgment so that she will rely on Irving's advice to do X. Yes. This is another example. So essays, right? Another great example of manipulation is essays. Essays will especially expository pieces. A lot of the time they'll like pile up a bunch of small statements that you agree with, right? Like a bunch of small, easy to digest statements and evidence to make you agree with this thing, right? And then they'll roll it all together into one big, lesser, easy to digest take. But because you've already agreed with the small things, the logical conclusion is, oh yeah, this bigger thing makes sense, even if it's not like completely related. You know, that's in a way that is also manipulation. That is also counted as manipulation. But you wouldn't say that that's a bad person thing to do, right? I'm sorry, Robert. I will bookmark this and I will read through this because interesting. Sebastian Quell Crimson. Good. I am sorry, I am tongue-tied. Good evening, welcome. How am I doing today? Well, I am doing. I am doing. That seems more like inertia. That is true. It does seem like inertia. But I feel like it's in the middle of that sort of Venn diagram, right? I'm still watching paint grow. Yeah, we're talking about philosophy while watching paint grow. Ethics. How did we even get onto this topic anyway? As long as you use an authoritative tone, you can say whatever in an essay and few people will fact check. Yes, this is correct because I am talking like Tom Scott. If I talk like Tom Scott, more people will be coerced into believing me. You like how the chat goes from top to bottom? Yeah, I like the top to bottom more often, you know? Because things that are new go on the top of the stack. Our chat is a stack. It's like we're stacking a mountain. We're pulling out diagrams. So you thought I was watching grass dry. No, I was watching my moldy shirt dry. Oh yeah, we were talking about my moldy shirt. Oh yeah, we were talking about my moldy shirt. I am in a streamer's bedroom. This is possible because of a technology known as Twitch.tv. I am currently being imitated by Neg Nasu. This is possible because Tom Scott's style is very iconic, even past his death. Well, no, not quite death, but death on social media. Now, let's discuss the... Watching Maud go, I am currently stuck in a game loop. Can I even find my way out there? Out here? Rip Tom Scott. Oh man, death is a bit harsh. Death, oh, well, he may have his rebirth someday, but I feel like the moment a public figure goes offline, you know, permanently, I'd say that is the most 2020s form of death of the author I have ever heard, right? Especially because Mr. Tom Scott is a video essay man, or like a video essay adjacent guy, right? So like that is the ultimate form of death of the author. Like he's not here anymore. Like wherever he is, he's not a part of our lives anymore. So in a sense, is that not death? Because death is when somebody is no longer here. How did we get here? How do we get here? Why are we talking about Tom Scott? I just wanted to chill out with everyone today. Pelicans, good evening, welcome. You spent the night awake again. Bro, you gotta take better care of yourself, and this is coming from someone who sleeps like garbage. You might get going since you gotta finish Devil May Cry. Okay, you have a good day, and thank you for the follow, bro. Do people resurrect when they re-enter my life? Actual resurrection? Actually yes. Actually yes. Cause it's like this, right? It's like this, right? It's a way of thinking that stops me from getting wistful. If somebody is no longer a part of my life, and I miss them, but there is no way for me to contact them again, I will hold a small funeral and I will pretend that they have died. You like how I look like sometimes I'm shimmying? Oh, I'll show you why. I'll show you why. It's cause it's when dog wag tail, whole body shakes. As soon as people leave my life, they die. They do not stop watching Neg Nasu. You will die. This is correct. You do this. Okay, listen. I don't mean this in the awful way. Okay, I don't mean this in the awful way. But sometimes, you know, I've been a streamer for 3 years. I've been a streamer for 3 years. Okay, and I've seen names come and go. I've had regular chatters disappear, reappear, leave, go away, yada yada, people that I've really enjoyed chatting with and hanging out with on stream, and they just leave without a word, without a trace, yada yada. But it's like not my place to go after them. You know? Cause this is like a, whatchamacallit, it's like a no strings attached relationship. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. But it's kind of true, right? It's kind of true, right? Like what do you guys watch? What do you guys watch streams for? You know? I'd say a lot of people engage with streamers, like especially me when I watch streamers and creators, and when I chat, I think of it as like a no strings attached friendship. Like you get all the benefits of a social experience, but you don't tie any of yourself there. I mean, unless you join the Discord, and unless you show up so much that like then that's completely different. But like generally, it's sort of like you want that experience of, you know, you want a friend, but not really. Yeah, it's a low commitment social thing. Exactly. It's like to me, it's got the same appeal as sort of like going to uni, going to uni, and sort of like sitting, like you know how in high school, or like in school, maybe like university, okay, and you're part of a university club, and there's a room, there's like a big Discord everyone hangs out in, and there's a room that everyone usually hangs out in, and when you're at uni, you're like, hey, is anybody in? But even if nobody's in, you just kind of like go to that room to just study, you know? And then eventually somebody you know will show up, or somebody new will show up, but you kind of know because they're part of the same club, right? And so you just go there without any expectations. And if someone's not there one day, you might feel a bit sad. It's kind of like, oh, this person's usually here on Thursdays. Oh, but they're not here. I guess they're busy, right? But like you're kind of like, you can hang out with them, you have laughs with them, you can even cry on their shoulder. But there's a part of you that's kind of like, are we friends? Are we really friends? And if you want to, you know, you can reach out to the guy to be like, hey, yo, buddy. Let's grab a drink or something. I can't drink. I can't drink because I will literally die. I will have blood issues. I will get a blood clot and I will die. SSRI problems. But anyway, you'll be like, hey, let's grab lunch, or like, hey, add me on Discord or something, right? But until you like break that barrier, once again, you can cry on that guy's shoulder, but you will never be friends. You'll sort of like just be like, oh, I know him. He's like Bob from accounting club. What? Accounting club? right? Yeah, and there would be that person that brings in cupcakes every 2 weeks or something. It's kind of like that kind of experience, you know, like being at school. But once that common area is gone, and once you graduate, you sort of have no reason to keep in contact, no matter how many fond memories you have with that person, unless you really want to take that next step, you know. And so for me, like, when I watch streams and I chat in streams, it's a similar feeling. And the streamers community is just that club room. And I wonder if you guys feel the same about me. You know, I try not to expect too much out of you guys. even if, right, I do miss some people. Even if I do miss some people. And even if sometimes when you, specifically you, who are chatting, do not show up, I am like, oh, where'd they go? Oh, I hope they're doing well. And then I try not to think too hard about it, because what if that person got into an accident? Right? What if that person's dealing with something? Or what if that person just has better shit to do than watch Neg Nasu? Like, I genuinely do not mind. I genuinely do not mind. Hold on, why was I talking about this again? Hold on, why did I talk about this again? Hold on. I had a point that I wanted to get to. Before. I had a point that I wanted. Oh yeah, death. That's right, death. Yes, social death. Okay, that's the point that I wanted to get to. Okay. So the part that I wanted to get to is that, like, if someone genuinely does not show up for a very long time, and I miss them, right? Like, I'm kind of like, oh, this chatter was great, you know. This particular neg pal, they were great. Like, and they stopped showing up. I have no idea what happened to them. Maybe they got bored of Neg Nasu, or maybe they died. And you know what? The difference, unfortunately, would be the same to me. Because I don't know them personally. And so it's not my place to go chase after them to be like, hey, are you okay? And I don't want to be that one creepy dude that stalks you because you talked to me once. You know, and so my brain will hold a little funeral and be like, well, Rip, I hope you're doing well, because there's no point dwelling on these things. You know, there's no point dwelling on these people. It's life. People come and go, and the same goes for friendships as well. Like, I once had a really, really, really bad falling out with a friend, right? And I had a really, really bad falling out with a friend. And since that falling out happened, like, I was thinking about this friend, like, every few months. It was literally, like, not every few months, like every few days, right? And then like, of course when we had that fight, I cried. And then every few days, I'll just be kind of like, I'll like scroll past a post. Like, I don't even talk to this friend every day, right? This is not even a friend that I talk to every day. But I'll scroll past something that reminds me of this friend, and I'll be like, oh man, she would have loved this. I could have sent this to her, but now it's too late. You know? And then like I'll be sad for a bit, and I'll be like, and then like, you know, our friend group will be hanging out, but this friend, like, this friend excommunicated herself, and I'll be like, oh man, if only she was here, she would have loved it, you know? And it's almost like you're mourning for a dead person. It's almost like you're mourning a dead person, but because she didn't want to be a part of the friend group anymore, you know, because she didn't want to be around us anymore. It's kind of like, and she told us to not contact her, right? And so I don't know if any of you guys have had situations where, you know, somebody who's technically still alive, like, doesn't want to be around you anymore. Like I don't know, you guys have breakups. You guys broken up with people. I would imagine it's a bit like that, right? But like, at that point, person dead. Is dead. You've been kicked out of all your friend groups. Well, that's very mean of them. I hope you find a good friend group that appreciates you. But you know what? Hold a funeral for all of those friend groups that kicked you out, because they're dead, gone, dead. And if you ever see them around, you just saw a ghost. It's a poltergeist, dead. Mm. You got dumped in a 6-year relationship and it was honestly pretty close to the same grief you felt when your father died. Just to validate everyone, it's true. I'm sorry to hear that, you know, for both your father and your friend. And your significant other. Ex-significant other. It honestly is true. Hey, because I think death is like processed in the same way as when you lose a friend or like lose someone you're really close to. It's processed in the same way. Hey, and I would argue, I don't know what it's like to have a really bad breakup, so like I genuinely do not know, right? And I don't have the experience of having someone close to me die. So I've lived a pretty lucky life. But I would imagine that the breakup would be worse because the person is still alive, and there would be a lot of guilt, what ifs, and back and forths, I would imagine. I don't know though. Maybe actual death is worse. Ugh. I have gaps in my experiences. I gotta read more books. What's up with the little hat? Little hat? It's a bucket hat. It's a bucket hat. Those are my favorite kinds of hats. I'm glad you like my hat. Hardly anyone wants to be around you due to you being autistic. None. There are a lot of autistic people out there who have found their tribe, who have found their people. I am very close to some people in my life who are autistic, and you know, and I really appreciate them. So do not worry. Even just because you are built different does not mean that you cannot find people who love you. Sometimes it sucks when you have a falling out with a person and you just miss the old them. Oh yeah, absolutely. This whole like death thing as well applies to like, you know, the old dead version of somebody that you knew. Which is also why I think I don't know if anybody's experienced this before as well, but when you thought that you were really close to someone and you thought that you knew who this person was, but then you find out that they've been really careful with you and they've been like sort of hiding a lot from you. I feel like that also invokes a lot of feelings of grief as well, right? Because once again, it's kind of like this person that you thought existed does not exist. And once again, that's kind of like another form of death. Grief is really strange. Hey, the kinds of things that we people grieve over. And I think, I don't know. You might think it's dumb, but our brains are dumb. Play it! Welcome! Good evening, bro! Welcome! Am I winning? No, I'm not winning. I'm losing. I'm losing a lot. I've lost so much. I've lost so many sneeze particles over the past week. I have so many sneeze tissues on my table right now. Friend breakups are a thing too. They are. I believe psychologically our brains process friendship breakups the same as romantic breakups. So I can say that I've had a bad breakup. Understandable though, if you drift off for a relationship too much, they might as well be dead to you. Although I do say like that's probably not a good habit though. I kind of fall into that habit as well. Like if I don't contact someone for like a year or two, I'll be like, well, I guess they've forgotten about me. I forgot about them. We do not care about each other anymore, and therefore they are dead. Time to hold a funeral. Or something like that. You have had that feeling, but with stray cats. You gotta deal with ADHD and OCD too. Yeah, well that's fine. You know, that's fine. You know, I'm sorry that you have to live with those afflictions though. But I think once again, I think that you will find people who will be able to love you. There isn't an objective worse for all pain. All that matters is how it affects the person dealing with it. Precisely. But I do think that our brains are very, very dumb and they confuse a lot of things for each other. You remember a study saying that you process emotional pain the same way as physical pain? Oh yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true. I think one of the ways that people deal with, I think therapists ask you to deal with your emotions. Like, here's the thing, right? I've recently learned that not everybody thinks like me. Wow! Oh, I can't believe that not everybody thinks like me. Wow, I can't believe this. Other brains exist. Wow, what a revelation. Woo, yeah, woo! No. Can't be. Somebody thinks differently from me. Okay, but what I'm referring to is, it's shocking. Okay, I logically know that not everybody expresses things and processes things in the same way that I do. So I don't want to say who it is, but recently a friend of mine complained to me about their relationship. Now, this is the first time that this friend has been in a relationship, and she's just kind of like, hey, I have nobody, like, listen, you don't have to give me any advice because I know that there's no advice that you can give me. And I'm like, okay, fine, ouch, but also go on. She's like, I just want to vent, okay? Like, there's no one else for me to tell this to, and I won't share about her complaining about her boyfriend. All right, I won't share the things like I've met him before. He's all right. Like, he's not the kind of guy that I would be friends with. He's all right. But like, I won't share the specific things that she said, okay? But what I'm getting at is, it shocked me because one of the main things that I noticed was that, like, one of the main things that I noticed that she said about her boyfriend was that he doesn't communicate in the same way that we in our friend group communicate, and it's bringing her a lot of anguish, right? And so I'm just kind of like, wait, some people don't know how they're feeling? And she's like, yeah, so sometimes, like, when he's upset, he'll just say, oh, it's fine, but then he's clearly not fine. But then he will so genuinely say that he's fine, and it's annoying. That's like one of the things, right? And I'm just kind of like, huh. And I'm not just thinking like, cause not everybody understands. Not everybody understands what they are feeling at the current time, right? Like, I don't know how many of you guys struggle with stuff like that. Like, oh, this sounds super normal to you. Oh no, you need therapy. I'm kidding. But I think it's very, very unhealthy for you to not understand how you're feeling. You know, very, very, very self-analytical. I do spend a lot of time trapped in my own head. I always know how I feel. I don't always know how I feel, but if I feel something and it's uncomfortable, I will take some time to sit down, and I will take some time to, like, sort of like chisel away, like, what is this that I'm feeling? Why do I feel this way? And then after that, I'll be like, yeah, okay, mystery solved, and then I'll be happy again, or like I'll feel like I'm at peace again, right? Because I think I've noticed, like, I think my parents have a bit of this as well. In that, like, when some people are upset, they don't know that they're upset, but then instead of recognizing that they feel a certain way, they're just cranky, right? Instead of acknowledging that they feel a certain way in their emotions, they feel physically ill and they don't know why. And that's the interesting thing, you know. That's why I went on this that's why I went on this tangent to begin with, because you mentioned earlier that emotional pain is often connected to physical pain, which is very, very true. Because when you don't understand your emotional pain, like it just feels like physical pain. And one of the first ways that a lot of therapists get people to sort of connect with their emotions, to understand what they're feeling, is to first isolate where that pain is. Sort of like when you know that you're feeling a really strong feeling but you can't describe it, you're just like, okay, how does my body feel? what's going on in here? Many people prefer not to think about these things because they're uncomfortable and they try to ignore it. That is true. It is true. Personally, I do not agree. Personally, I do not agree. But maybe it's because like I like to talk about feelings, right? I like to talk about other people's feelings. You know, it's really interesting. My friend got me to do a personality quiz, and there was a line in it that resonated with me so much. In my results, that resonated with me so much that I just can't get it out of my head. It's kind of like, oh, you've done all the therapy, and now you've made it your mission to do therapy on everybody else. And I think about that so much because I'm like, oh no, it's true. It's so true. I like picking people's brains for how they feel. Am I good at picking up on body language and context clues and talking to other people? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am awful at eye contact. I do not like eye contact. Body language is something that I misread a lot. Me no good. Me must hear words. Me must hear and see words. Me no good at sight reading. Neg Nasu unlock subclass armchair psychologist. No, I don't. Okay. I've genuinely considered this before, right? I've genuinely considered this before, but I thought about it. I was kind of like, maybe I am autistic. But then, I don't think I am. I don't think I am autistic. I think I'm just a little bit awkward. I think I've just got like tons and tons and tons of ADHD. I might just have tons of ADHD. Like I've thought about it a lot, right? No. Yeah, I don't think I am, and that's perfectly fine, you know. But I have suspected that I might. Autism might be a pretty good guess, or ADHD. Yeah. I'm very ADHD. I'm incredibly ADHD. So I think it's ADHD. Like I talked about it with my sister, and I think the main thing that high functioning autistic people do is that they mask. Like they are very good at masking, and I mean I would consider myself pretty high functioning. But I don't think that I mask. Like I do not mask. Like when I'm outside in public, I feel like a caged animal, a caged creature. But I mean, like when I'm in a comfortable environment, I do not mask. But I know that for autistic people, even in comfortable environments, they still feel like they have to mask. How do I know this? How do I know that I don't mask? Because I guess I don't. I guess that I don't. I don't really know who I am. I might mask subconsciously. Stop. I'm considering again. No, I think it's just ADHD. No. Female autism always presents differently though. That's true. But you know what? If I even if I have, or even if I don't, I think, is it really helpful to me to know if I do or I don't, you know? I may or I may not, and I know that I have ADHD, right? And I think I do not think that I should dwell on it. Yeah, wouldn't rule it out is one. And if you're curious, you can seek it out. But it's not. I think it's not too big of a deal. If you've already sort of like figured out who you are and how you want to live life, and you have sort of an explanation for things, you know, because I think diagnoses, especially like these, it's very, very helpful for people who are struggling with life and they don't know what they want, like how to cope with it. It gives you like resources and it gives you an explanation. And I think a lot of people, once they have that explanation, they're like, whoa, I have an explanation. And then you can sort of like trace little things to their roots, and you can develop better strategies to live your life in a way. like when I discovered that I had BPD, you know? So that's it's good stuff. You're gonna go for real? You don't want to feel like you're bothering me? No. You are not bothering me. We are here to have a chat. We are here to have a chat. Please don't be so hard on yourself, bro. But you take care, okay? The usefulness is a lot less once you've already figured out how to cope with it, quote unquote, the hard way. That is true. That is absolutely true. And so this is also why, like, you shouldn't dwell too hard on diagnoses as well. Because I did once have a friend who got diagnosed with something, and then she just completely broke down. She was just kind of like, Neg, there's something wrong with me. Neg, there's another thing wrong with me. Of course, I was broken all along. And I kind of like talked to her. I was kind of like, well, why is there's no reason to be like so upset, you know? You are still you. This doesn't change anything about you, you know? It's like it's such a common thing for people to feel, I guess. BPD can coincide with or DHD, although sometimes it may be a misdiagnosis of autism. Neg pals today. I am being diagnosed live. See, PTSD is the other overlapping diagnosis too. Trauma responses can look like those. It's interesting, hey. There's a lot of stuff that sort of coincides, and a lot of stuff that is comorbid. Brain picking live. I like picking others' brains. I guess I'm getting my brain picked today. I like it though. I like it though. Exactly. What moves us in the end is our beliefs. Correct. High functioning autism feels like an explanatory diagnosis that gives you hints on what might help you out. For example, you think you might have OCD, but you don't really see the point in getting it diagnosed because you already figured out how to deal with it through years of struggle. That is true. If you do suspect that you have OCD though, like, I know this is kind of going against what I said earlier about if you've already figured out how to live your life. It is worth, you know, just getting like a cursory checkup, maybe with a therapist. Just one session to check, because it might not actually be OCD, it might be something else. But yeah, cause actually, when I was like really anxious, right? Because BPD, and before I got diagnosed, I had a bunch of friends try to diagnose me with a bunch of things, and OCD was one of them. Because you know with BPD, like, you're afraid of abandonment, and you do everything you can to avoid abandonment. And like for me, that kind of like came out in like, I have to message these people every day at this particular time, and I must say things in this certain way, otherwise everything is over and my world is crumbling and I do not know why. And a friend of mine is kind of like, oh, that sounds a bit like you like really a lot of anxiety. Like, dude, is this perhaps like some OCD? Right? Yeah, meticulous, right? Meticulous. But like what that actually was me trying to cope with BPD in a way that ended up in a meticulous routine. So once again, you know, you can never be too sure. Hello, Mr. Dono Wall. Welcome. Differential diagnosis is very tricky, and comorbid things might not be easy to tease out. There's not been a lot of studies into combinations. They've put me on Ritalin and call it. Honestly, that was me in high school. Honestly. Don't take a diagnosis from your friends too seriously. Only listen to a therapist. This is correct. And also, not even just a therapist, only listen to a psychiatrist. Because I think psychiatrists are the ones that are cleared to like give you a diagnosis, like for real. Like therapists are there to help you untangle your brain, but I think psychiatrists are the bigger PhD. I feel like that was really mean to therapists. But you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean by the bigger PhD. Yeah. They're doctors. Mad disrespect. That felt like such mad disrespect. I mean, look, listen. It's this is just how it is. Therapists can't give you the good. You know, the good. Psychiatrists can give you the good. Therapists are really important, but they're not exactly qualified to diagnose. Exactly. The one that's qualified to diagnose you is also the one that can give you the good. There's a difference you didn't know about. One can diagnose and medicate, right? Correct. Yeah. Yep, correct. So psychiatrists are the ones that can diagnose and medicate. Psychologists are the brain pickers. Because a lot of psychiatrists, they actually don't bother doing therapy. That's the fun thing. Like so my therapist is also my psychiatrist. But for a lot of people, I think they need a separate therapist and a psychiatrist. Like the psychiatrist is just the guy that's kind of like, yep, this is wrong with you. Here are your drugs. Goodbye. Let the other guy deal with your baggage. Yeah, those funny tic tacs that make your brain work different. Now you've got me curious because you guys have mentioned like ADHD. You've got me curious because I don't know what ADHD is. I've never heard of it. ADHD. I'm gonna do the awful thing. By the way, I'm doing the thing that everybody tells you not to do. But I'm gonna Google the symptoms. Don't do this, by the way. We're not diagnosing. I'm just curious. Adult ADHD symptoms. Wait. What? AUDHD? Okay. When autism and ADHD meet. Okay, what is this? Difference between AUDHD and ADHD. One of them is Australian. Just kidding. Let's see. Challenges between individuals with AUDHD encounter a combination of symptoms including attention difficulties, sensory sensitivities, and challenges in social communication. The coexistence of autism and ADHD links to diverse cognitive patterns and behaviors associated with each neurotype. I want the laundry list. This website doesn't give laundry list. Oh boy, there's a laundry list. Okay. Number 1, impulsivity. Number 2, learning difficulties. Number 3, social difficulties. Number 4, I'm gonna not do this anymore. Inattention, emotional dysregulation, stimming behavior, sensory challenges, executive function challenges. These all just sound like these are just yes, I believe them. Yes, that is correct. Yes. There's nothing else I can say to that. Yes, that's correct. Social difficulties though, that's... Okay, listen. Social difficulties is a hard one. Like, you wouldn't... For those of you who know me, you wouldn't say that Neg Nasu has social difficulties, would you? I don't have social difficulties. I mean, I used to have social difficulties. Like... Oh, but I learnt how to not be an absolute dingus when interacting with people. Oh no, wait, no, no. The reason I had like no friends in high school was because I would always latch onto one person who shared my interests. And I would get really, really mad if people weren't interested in things the same way that I was interested in them. But once again, I feel like that's like a BPD thing, you know? That's like a BPD thing. It's like I don't know. Okay, I don't have anyone else to corroborate these feelings with me. I don't have anyone else to corroborate the experience with me. But it's sort of like the whole getting angry because everybody else doesn't like the thing you like in the correct way. Okay, what have we learned today? We've learned that brain. You know what? BPDs are borderline personality. Borderline. No, not bipolar. Not bipolar. Borderline. Yeah, everyone's spaghetti noodle is different. I think knowing yourself is the most important thing. You learned that Neg has a moldy shirt. Ah! I don't want that to be your takeaway from today. If anecdotal evidence is enough, then there's you to corroborate. Anecdotal evidence is fun. But we must believe in statistics and empirical data. We must not be like a bunch of housewives jibber-jabbering around a campfire and being like, oh yes, I heard of Timmy. Yes, little Timmy, the neighbor's son. I heard he has autism. Oh, you know? You prefer metric data. No, empirical. Not imperial, empirical. Yeah, not a single word said today is a corroborated fact. Actually, I'm gonna do the actually, somebody linked a Stanford paper, so technically that one is a corroborated fact. Not gonna lie, statistics is the most untrustable type of data ever. That is true. Statistics oftentimes, you know, correlation, causation. It is something that you cannot. Okay, statistics need to be backed up. Statistics need to be backed up by more like what you call it, like qualitative data. There's quantitative. Oh my god, this is. Oh boy, who wants to learn high school sociology again? Now, who wants to tell me the difference between qualitative data and quantitative data? Huh? Now, in a good research, so in a good research project, you must have sufficient quantitative data and qualitative data. Now, who can tell me what is qualitative data? Yes, ironically, doubt everything not said by a person with glasses / PhD theory. Even people with glasses / PhD, they can be wrong. They can be wrong. You know, actually, I was talking to my sister yesterday, and she has this habit. She called it a bad habit, but I think it's a good habit, and I wish I could get into the habit of this, right? So she said she has the bad habit of, if she hears an interesting fact on the internet, or if she, not even on the internet, if she hears an interesting fact anywhere, she's like, oh, that's an interesting fact. She will immediately do research into it. Like she will immediately like look it up and do a rabbit hole of research into it. And you know where this came from? You know where this came from? This came from her being the older sibling. This came from her being the older sibling. So we so my parents, you know, being the boomers that they are, sometimes they like to make a lot of unsubstantiated claims. And my sister used to get into a lot of arguments with them because my sister's like, you guys are BSing. And I think like from a young age, like she's just been really, really angry about people saying things without backing the data up, and or like having shown their research, and so that's kind of one of her habits, and I think it's a good habit. You know, I think it's a really, really good habit. Sounds like a waste of time. Couldn't be you. Yeah, well, I think it's a good thing. You know, I think it's a good thing. I mean, last time I did this was about Groundhog Day. And it brought me the joy of learning that Groundhog Day is a real thing. On the 2nd of February, the Americans go into the woods and they find a groundhog and they lift it into the sky. And like thousands of people gather to watch it. I cannot believe that this is true. I can't wait for Groundhog Day. Coming soon. Yeah, a very specific groundhog. Correct. A very, very specific groundhog. It has to be the same groundhog every single day. Every single year, I mean. Are we going to gather for Hog Day? I mean, technically, we're the Southern Hemisphere, so Groundhog Day should be on a different day. You want to create Gopher Day. I'm pretty sure they do have Gopher Day. It came from, like... It came from Germany, I believe, and it was a hedgehog to begin with instead of a groundhog. Well, his name again? Punxsutawney Phil! Punxsutawney Phil from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania! What a boy! What a guy! The prognosticator of prognosticators! The seer of seers! Can I back that up? I read Wikipedia! How do I remember this? Because it brought me so much joy, bro. It brought me so much joy. We can do Wombat or Possum Day. Just go into the bush and find a possum. Oh, I would love that so much. The Groundhog Messiah. Honestly, they have like guys in top hats dressed in suits and they read from scrolls. I cannot believe that it's a real day. I cannot believe. Night Yords. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, bro. Welcome. You got a possum, you'll bring it? Hell yeah! You know, I think for the American states that do not have groundhogs, you should also honor Groundhog Day by lifting a raccoon. Also, hey, why are we lifting possums? We should lift neg pals here. It immediately pisses on you. That's what wild animals will do, though. Wikipedia is not a reliable source. That is the biggest lie that the education system has ever taught you. That is the biggest lie of the education system. Okay? Wikipedia is an amazing source. Yeah, I found the teacher. They just don't want you to reference Wikipedia. Actually, as long as you check the citations are accurate, it is. Yeah, See, the best thing to do is just go to Wikipedia and steal their sources, right? The education system is boomer made. It is. I have... There's a lot I can say about the education system, but I will say that I got lucky with mine. Wikipedia is a great source, but it shouldn't be the primary source. It should be your jumping off point. Wikipedia is designed to be read. I know that sounds strange. All pieces of writing and all pieces of information are designed to be read, but Wikipedia especially so. So a possum can be a pet then. I think that's illegal. I do not think that it's legal to own a possum as a pet. Literally this, when the teacher says don't use Wikipedia, just say fine and go to the references and copy everything from there. It's true. This is so true. I've done this so much. This is so true. Wiki itself claims not to be a reliable source, and yet they are so anally reliable. And yet, right? Wikipedia is a modern replacement of a thesaurus. No, thesaurus.com is. What? No. Possums are cute. Opossums are not. No, I like opossums. I like the diseased rat-looking asses. I don't know. There's something about opossums that's kind of like something about how diseased and flea-ridden they look. It's kind of like, look at that poor little bastard. Look at that little bastard. That rat bastard. You know, there's a wizened charm to an opossum. I would. Oh man, maybe it's because I'm Australian. Maybe it's because I'm Australian. Is it because I'm Australian? But like, hold on. I found this picture on Google. I found this picture on Google. Google Images. Look at this rat bastard and his many rat bastard children. It's that How dare you say that these things are not cute? I love these guys. Thesaurus.com does not have all these weird internet words. Modern one is actually Urban Dictionary. Well, they are used for different things. I would say that Urban Dictionary and Know Your Meme. Okay. I would say if Know Your Meme is the Wikipedia of... Wait, I'm thinking. No, I think Know Your Meme still beats out Urban Dictionary. Like anyone can write anything on Urban Dictionary. You know, I once put something on Urban Dictionary before. That's the whole cult. It is. It is the whole cult. Look at them. Although the one carrying kind of looks very. They look very harrowed. Haggard. That's the word. Haggard. The one carrying them looks incredibly haggard. What about TV tropes? Oh, TV tropes is a fun one. I think the kinds of people who use TV, the demographic of TV tropes and the demographic of Urban Dictionary are very, 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 very wildly different. And that is the only thing I will say about the matter. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on Urban Dictionary, but to be fair, the better definitions show first. The highly rated definitions show first. And not to be an authoritarian, not to be a fascist or anything, but people are stupid and democracy doesn't always work. but not to be a fascist or anything. You know what I mean though. I have to lampshade that first. TV tropes is more of a social network than anything. I don't think people go to TV tropes to find love though. I phrased that poorly. Can I try again? I can try again. I don't think people go to TV tropes like to find friends though, to find camaraderie. And to chat though. I don't know. Maybe there's a huge forum part of TV tropes that I don't know. But I browse TV tropes the same way that I browse Reddit, I guess. It's kind of like what I think of TV tropes is I think of it like an online magazine. It's a pop culture magazine. I think that's a good way to think of it. Like if I can imagine every single TV tropes page on every single different media trope as like magazine articles because it's generally, I say generally, well written, right? Oh, Salty Boy, thank you. I am so glad that you like my fit. Do you also like my J's? Oh, I'm so happy. I have my fit complimented. Oh, Sir Jeffrey Bengals, welcome, bro. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. TV tropes also had some content purges. Oh, I do not remember. I do not remember that TV tropes had content purges. Oh, how does it stay up? I have a strap. I have a strap. Actually, I'm working on a character. I'm working on a character sheet. I'm drawing a design sheet. So that will explain how it stays up. But right now, it stays up with magic, and also, it's actually sewn into my shirt. Like some of these stitches are real. It's these ones here. It's sewn into my shirt. I chopped an apron in half and I stitched it to my shirt. It's that kind of like DIY like Shimo Kitazawa style, you know? DIY vintage style. It's a magic. Yeah, TV tropes is a shell of it. So wait, what happened to TV tropes? What happened to TV tropes? How come I'm finding out all these awful things that have happened to TV tropes without knowing about it for just today? Cause TV tropes I've heard was the same as always. I mean, I've been browsing it recently and it doesn't look any different. DIY. They deleted a bunch of tropes and the This Troper section. Why? Why does every single website have to go down that route? Oh man. Do a kickflip. I don't have a skateboard. I don't have a skateboard. No, I didn't always sneeze. I didn't almost sneeze. Get those preconceptions away. I did not almost sneeze. Maintaining servers is expensive. Google says TV tropes is way too horny. What? TV tropes is just like a regular amount of horny. What? I've never read anything horny on TV tropes. Do people post erotic fanfiction on TV tropes or something? I mean, I know TV tropes links to erotic fanfiction sometimes. Well, I do not wish to do a kickflip at the current moment, good sir. The enshittification of the internet. Honestly, I wish for the internet to go back to the way that it was before, but just not as slow. Wahoo! And I feel... Oh man, today's just been me ranting about things, huh? I'm sorry. People usually watch VTubers and streamers to get away from real life. To get away from life. And here I am talking about all the real things. But I personally do not like the fact that so much of the internet is taking place in the same place. And I think one of the main things is I do not like being findable. It's how do I put this? How do I put this? I think like if you don't want to be findable, it's easy not to be findable, but also I want to be findable just enough. You know? Like you want to exist just enough, because I think the easiest way to put it now is it's so easy for you to leave your target audience, right? Like, I'm really blessed that I have a bunch of you guys here, and I haven't really had any troubles with leaving my target audience. or rather, like, it's been easy to scare off people who you know, who is not target audience. But I've seen things like what people say on the internet, and when it leaves their target audience, really bad things happen. It's scary. Internet is scary. You guys know the world out there is really mean? You guys know the world out there is really, really mean? Like, maybe I was a sheltered kid growing up, but like skill issue. No, not skill issue. No, not skill issue. I've seen how mean the world, people being mean on the internet. Or you, no, why? Be nice. I'm shaking you by your collar. Be nice. You feel like people are a lot kinder IRL than you think. I guess so. No. People are very kind. But also, world is really scary. World is really scary. I don't have any thoughts. World is scary. We do, but we ignore it. Sometimes I like lie awake, or I do the thing where my eyes open wide, like, oh, world is scary. And then I look at my own hands, and I'm like, oh, I'm scary too! Ah! I've got blood on my hands too! I do? Well, I probably do if in terms of being scary and mean, right? I feel like out there that there's someone out there that's kind of like, Neg Nasu, she's scary and she's mean. She's not just scary, she's scary. You know? It's scary with many little t's. It's scary. It's not just scary, it's scary. My soul pee-pee scares you. Oh yeah, just because my pee-pee is bigger than Sorry, that was really mean of me. You feel like your idea of who is scary is conditioned by being an American. Just never know who has a gun or whatever. Actually, that's a funny thing. That's a very, very funny thing. That's a very, very funny thing, because I don't know what it's like over there in America, alright? I am Australian. Oh wow, she's Australian, wow, who could have guessed? Wow, Neg Nasu, all the great insights tonight. Oh yeah, talk more, say more words, say more things that are obvious. Oh yeah, woo, let's go, baby. I am Australian, and I don't know what it's like over there in America. But from my American friends and what I know of them, I would say that it has generally been scary over there. What's it like being Australian? Can I be honest with you guys? Can I absolutely be very 100% honest with you guys? I can't tell you what it's like to be Australian because I am not a normie. I hate that word. I hate saying the word normie. I hate saying the word normie so much. But it's kind of like when people ask about like, oh yeah, what's it like being Australian, you know, and they talk about how like, oh yeah, do you grill shrimps on the barbie, and it's kind of like, no, I go to Coles and I get a sausage. or they ask kind of like, oh yeah, do you go out for drinks with the mates? And I'm like, no, cause I don't have friends that drink, and also I can't drink because I will die. Oh yeah, do a shoey. It's kind of like, I guess if you tell me to do a shoey, I guess I'll do a shoey. You know, you heard in Australia they give you a free sausage for voting. That is false. Okay, for the past 2 elections, I have gone and I have looked for the democracy sausage. They don't even have a snack stand. They don't even have a sausage stand, let alone a free sausage. And also, democracy sausages are always overpriced and they're bad. You should just cook your own. Yeah, that was a lie. That was a lie. I don't know who lied to you, but they lied. Oh, Salty Boy Live. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Maybe not in my area. I don't like the word. God, I really don't like the word normie. I should not have used that word. I think maybe a better way to phrase it is I am a reclusive. I'm reclusive, and I am Asian. I was born here. I was born in Australia, yes, but I didn't really have the Aussie experience, except for, you know, very obvious things. Yeah. And so I think when you're like asking for, you know, the Australian experience, I don't really have much of that. Like I don't know a lot of Aussie slang. Before COVID, they used to at some places give them for free. Oh man, it's all COVID's fault. It's all COVID's fault. And also, like, I don't know, I felt a little bit self-conscious about that, right? Like not being Australian enough, which is also part of the reason why I took off the Australian tag before. Because I don't know. I feel self-conscious when someone points at me and says Australian. Australian VTuber. Because there's not really, I'm not quite, I feel like I'm not allowed to call myself Australian. So do I know what it's like in Asia? No, I don't. But I don't know, I feel like I'm false advertisement, you know? Like when someone thinks of an Australian, I'm not what they think of, you know? Like I'm not the kind of Aussie package deal they think of. I don't curse like a sailor, and I'm not like a banterous, you know. I'm just kind of here. It's okay, you're Malaysian, but you don't feel Malaysian enough, so you get me. Right. Exactly. Yeah, not bogan enough. Yeah, exactly. I don't feel like I'm bogan enough. Like, am I allowed to say something like slightly controversial? Am I allowed to, am I allowed to say something slightly controversial, bros? Just a little bit. Okay, I know. I hate saying this, but I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm not enough of a white girl. You know? Like I feel like I'm a little bit too reserved. Like obviously I'm not a white girl, I'm Asian, but like you know, sometimes I feel like I should be more like that. That was I know. It's not it's the controversial, but it feels controversial in my brain. Okay, it feels controversial in my brain. Like for you feel more American even though you were born in the Philippines. I guess it's all about like, I think we all have a bunch of things that we feel like we are not enough of, right? Despite being in a position where you should be this or I should be that. My controversy, I made it up. I made it up. I don't know. Keep the potential autism in mind. Every time you mention the potential autism on the inside, I take a bit of damage. Like, like. Wait, hold on. I must show you exactly how I experience it. No. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. But like it's like this. Wait. That's the wrong one. I need the hue shift. No, I've been poisoned. Wait, hold on. It's kind of like like that. Yes, the resolution's poison. Yes, the poison. I'm Aussie as they come, bro. Oh, thank you. You think going to Starbucks helped bring out my white girl energy, but Starbucks coffee sucks. Even though I'm you know what? Starbucks is overpriced, and there's never anywhere to sit in Starbucks, and the coffee doesn't taste good, none of the drinks taste good, and all the employees feel like they don't want to be there. I'd rather steal internet from the library. No, there's never anywhere to sit in Starbucks, you know? And like, here's the thing, right? If there's one thing about Australia, so my sister's boyfriend is American. Ugh, why do I keep bringing up my sister's boyfriend? Hubert. So my sister's boyfriend Hubert is American, and he came to Australia for the first time a few months ago. And after experiencing the cafes in Australia, he noticed that American cafes suck. Yeah! So if there's one thing that I can say that I am Aussie enough for, is that knowing that Australia has really damn good coffee. So if you guys are really into coffee, you should come Australia, cause like I've heard that the Australian cafe culture is rivaled by almost none. American cafes burn their coffee and shit. Like when I went to Japan as well, I had like a coffee connoisseur friend in our friend group, and she was very disappointed. She tried to get as much coffee as she could. All of the coffee sucked in Japan, according to her. So maybe we'll have to go on a tour of different countries to see if the coffee sucks or not. I know that friend is Malaysian, though. That friend is Malaysian. So kopi luwak. Maybe that doesn't suck. Is it kopi lemak? Kopi lemak? Coffee? Yeah, actually going cafe hopping in Tokyo, and that sucks to hear. Yeah, don't get your hopes up. Kopi luwak is the shitter coffee. Shitter. The cat shit coffee. No. The coffee that's also tea. The coffee that you put tea in. Even like stores that you can get coffee are cheaper and better. It's shit coffee, but it's not like shit coffee, if you know what I mean. What's going on? Oh, we're just having a chat. We're just having a chat about anything and everything that comes to my mind. You'll put that in the things to do list if you go to Australia. Definitely. If there is a city in Australia that you want to go to for coffee, I would highly suggest Melbourne. The beans are very good, so if you want to go on a coffee pilgrimage, definitely do, because there's also a bunch of specialized shops as well. Nah, you don't like maid cafes. Yeah, I went to a maid cafe once. It was really awkward. It was really awkward. Do they grow coffee as well? You didn't know Australians are into coffee? Yeah, Actually, that's the fun part, right? That's the fun part. Not a lot of people overseas, like, coffee isn't a part of Australia's international identity, but there are cafes everywhere. Like I thought this was a normal thing, but no, like there are actually just cafes everywhere. And fun fact, in Japan, cafes are considered like you know, fancy restaurants. But in Australia, cafes are just literally everywhere. Yeah, breakfast foods, yada yada. And so yeah, Australia has a lot of coffee lovers. Melbourne doesn't sound like a city, it sounds like a friendly dude. Melbourne. For you, first time you went to a maid cafe in Japan, your mind was silenced for the first time, like you were suddenly having fun. Ooh. Yeah, I went to a maid cafe. It felt a little bit awkward. I felt like, now, I wasn't doing anything to them, but I felt like a creep. If you know what I mean. Like, huh? And the food was bad as well. And like, what was I supposed to do? Chat with the maids? But the maids didn't really seem like they were into chatting. They were just kind of like going around and doing their thing. And before they served me my food, they blessed the food and drew a heart on it and blew a kiss, but they seemed really uncomfortable. The maid cafe in Japan just hits different. This was in Japan. This was in Japan. It's mostly the atmosphere. Huh. I guess so. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe my aura intimidated them. Maybe they did not like my aura. You've never been to one, but you would feel like a creep at one as well. Was the Hedgehog Cafe better? No. Well, yes, but no. Well, yes, but no. Yes, but no. So, yes part, because I got to hold a hedgehog and it was kind of like a pulsating mass of flesh in my hands. And I felt the sanctity of life for the first time. No, because there were many screaming children. There were many screaming children around me. And I felt really bad for the hedgehogs. And I didn't even want to touch the hedgehogs because I felt bad for them. It just made me feel bad. You know? The Hedgehog Cafe made me feel really bad. Like, the hedgehogs didn't want to be there, and we were all disturbing them. So I kind of put down my hedgehog and I just sat there watching them. You know? Am I saying I was so cute that I scared the maids? No! No! No, I didn't. Hedgehog, was Sonic there? No, Sonic was not there. Hey, so funny. I've never told you guys about this before, but the first time I went to Japan was quite a few years ago, actually. This was like in like my first, second year of university, and I went with my friend group. Back then, I was still kind of in like a phase where I was like, you know, dressing really girly and stuff. And there is a very cursed memory that I have in Japan from that era. So the really cursed memory is I distinctly saw a businessman look up my skirt as I was going up the escalator. And as soon as he saw me, it's kind of like he looked me in the eye. and he didn't even duck his head. He just kind of looked me in the eye, and then he looked away. Like it wasn't like a "oh, I got caught" thing. It was just kind of like a "hi." This was before I started streaming. Yeah. And I think about that from time to time. I've never talked about this on stream before because there was no reason to. But I don't know why. Tonight I am feeling evil. Yeah, it was just such a shock because I'm like, wow, this really happens in real life? Like I was like, it took me until the next day to process what just happened. It genuinely took me until the next day to process what happened. Like, man, because you know, because in Japan, like escalators are really thin. And like the steps on an escalator are really high as well. They're like the size of my forearm. They're about as like the length of my forearm, like the gap between the escalators. They go up about that high, and I'm like, man. Yeah, you missed my girly phase. I had a very short girly face that lasted for like a year. I was like, whoa, I want to dress like a princess. My arms are small, so the steps can't be that high. Well, they are. I had to lift my knees up to go up the steps. Man. I sincerely hope that none of you guys ever experience anything like that, though, because those kinds of people are nothing but the scum of the world. Although, did he really hurt me? Not really. But was it messed up? Yes. Yes. It is just a thing to think about. But the thing is, right? The thing is, if this happened to me in Australia, I would probably be like even more scared. But because it happened in Japan, like my first thought after was, oh, if that guy fought me, I could probably beat him. Even then, like I didn't feel unsafe. It's just like the absolute audacity, you know, the absolute audacity. And it's be throwing hands, yeah. It's a nah, I'd win moment. Like me coming home late in Australia. I am clutching my pocket knife. By the way, don't tell anyone, but I have a knife now. I have a knife. I use it to cut like tags off receipts, and I use it because you never know who might need a pair of scissors. But I don't have a pair of scissors. I have a nice little knife that I know how to secure the safety for. Anyway, I have a knife in Australia. I grip my knife. Walking alone at night in Japan. If anyone fights me, I could probably